Hey, everybody, this is Joe Joseph, and this is the DailySheeple.com's news shot, and I've got one from SHTFplan.com. Very interesting that on the last day that Obama left office, the day before he left office, he issued a massive ammo ban, and no one even noticed. Very interesting. In early December, SHTF Plan contributor Jeremiah Johnson warned the inauguration was still a long way off and that we should never underestimate a Marxist with an army of oligarchs to lean on. And it turns out that Johnson's warning were right on target, as we've just learned over the past couple of weeks that President Obama and officials in his administration moved feverishly to implement new rules and regulations with several last-minute initiatives. One such regulation, which seemed to disappear within the hustle and bustle of Inauguration Day, was a new order issued by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service Director Dan Ash just 12 hours before the new president was sworn into office. Listen to what this says. It says that Dan Ash, an Obama appointee, ordered a new ammunition ban for certain federal lands on Thursday. The ban, which took effect immediately, eliminates the use of lead-based ammunition on federal lands like national parks and wildlife refuge, as well as any other land administered by the Fish and Wildlife Service. The ban, of course, is expected to have major impacts on much of the hunting that takes place on federal lands across the United States, as lead-based ammunition is widely legal and used throughout the country. Ash, of course, said, "Why, the order is necessary to protect wildlife from exposure to lead." Now, that may seem like a big win for the anti-gun left, but the National Shooting Sports Foundation has already leapt into action. Listen to this. Quote, "This directive is responsible and driven not out of sound science, but unchecked politics." This according to Lawrence Keene, the group's senior vice president. Quote, "The timing alone is suspect. The directive was published without dialogue with industry, sportsmen, and conservationists. The next director should immediately rescind this and instead create a policy based upon scientific evidence of population impacts with regard to the use of traditional ammunition." So what's interesting enough is that this just goes to show you how much work the incoming administration has to do to reverse all the damage that's been done over the last 8 years, if not 16, if not 24, if not 32, if not 40, if not 225. I mean, it's crazy the amount of damage that has to be undone. And unfortunately, I think people are putting way too much faith in President Trump, not because he may not be well-intentioned, but just because of the headwinds that he faces. I'm Joe Joseph. This was the DailySheeple.com's news shot, and I'll have one again for you real soon. Have a good night.